Why is China buying so much of the world's gold? Reports are coming out that China is buying vast amounts of gold to reduce reliance on the US dollar for reserve holdings. While officially the United States holds the world's largest gold reserves of 8,100 metric tons, China is in sixth place with a little over 2 trillion. There are reports coming out that China certainly owns more gold than the United States. Some reports say they have 31,000 tons of gold because they want to start taking over the world market. But guess what? Those articles are total BS. People like Glenn Beck are saying the same thing and how the whole US economy is going to collapse and we need gold. And guess who one of his sponsors is? Goldline, a precious metal sales company. And almost every article like this is funded by gold and precious metal sales. If I want to know whether now is a good time to invest in gold, I will look at the greatest investor of all time, Warren Buffett. And what? Oh, he doesn't invest in gold, but he invests in silver because it's useful. And how much gold did China buy this year that's freaking everyone out? Oh, 800 tons of gold. So that would put them in fourth place in total gold bullion holdings. And that scary 30,000 tons of gold figure is because 23,000 tons of gold are privately held in China. Oh, look at that. Hong Kong, which is a part of China, is one of the cheapest places in the world that you can buy gold. The reason why the Chinese are holding on to so much gold right now and also have such a high savings rate is because they don't trust the economy. So they need some other form of wealth to get stuff that they need in case the entire economy collapses. The private sector of China owning 23,000 tons of gold scares you, which it shouldn't. The United States holds 26,000 tons privately. The United States is one of the largest producers of gold in the world. Right now, we have 15,000 tons of gold that has been discovered but not mined, and about 18,000 tons of gold that has not been discovered, but they know that it's there. And you might be asking, well, why is gold so expensive right now if there's so much of it? Because it's at about $2,070 an ounce. All right, I'll tell you. In the 1980s, the 1990s, even the very early 2000s, the price of gold became very, very, very cheap, and then all of a sudden it took off. And it wasn't because of the Great Recession or terrible economic conditions that transpired, it's something else. China, India, and Russia, three countries that are in BRICS, have been buying a lot of gold since the early 2000s. In the past, anytime before, let's say, this flat line, most of the gold was held by the West. But as China, India, and Russia began to become wealthier countries, they started stockpiling quite a bit of gold. And guess what happens when three of the larger economies of the world start stockpiling a precious resource? Yeah, its value skyrockets. Then there's the fact that the price of gold is always being artificially manipulated. So the short answer is no, China is in no place to overtake the world market or any other control of currency. My name is the Geo Husar. If you ever get too scared about the world, just visit my page. You'll feel better and you'll learn something.